Isn't it interesting how we just trust the internet with all the information that we receive? Or at least a lot of us do. We Google it, and we see it on Facebook. I don't know, we see a TikTok video, we see it on LinkedIn, we see it wherever, YouTube, and we just make an assumption that that's real and that it's true. Ooh, man, I tell you, dangerous, right? All the information flowing through the internet, a lot of us just assume that's reality. And I think it is the majority of the time. I mean, I do believe that. I don't think there's like some evil conspiracy behind a curtain trying to give us false information. However, I do think that as a society, how we decide or how we decide what information flows through the internet, who controls it, who's deciding whether it's right or wrong. I think that's going to be a critical decision for the human race, quite frankly, because the controller of information controls almost everything. Anyway, the point of this episode is this. So that's the 30,000-foot rant about information coming through the internet. But here's the point and how it ties into daily tips that we give here on the Riderflex podcast and career advice and job interviewing. Here's my point. When you're doing your homework on a company, don't just Google a couple of things, look up some articles about maybe an executive or the company, Glassdoor, whatever it is you're checking. Don't just do that and rush to judgment on a couple of decisions. I think that's a bad idea. Here's what I encourage you to, let me rephrase. Yes, do your homework from an internet perspective. I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying add to that a phone call, an audio phone call where you're talking to a human being, or maybe a meeting in person where you're trying to get information from somebody that's worked there or that still works there. That is really the best thing to do. If you want to find out about a company's culture or the vibe or what it's like in the office or just what the culture is like, talk to somebody. Have a real human to human conversation with several people if you can. If you don't know anybody that works there, try to make a connection with them on LinkedIn and then try and get them on the phone or ask them if they wouldn't mind chatting with you that, hey, you're thinking about working there and you would like to speak to somebody about what it's like. Maybe you can find a second or third level connection to get you a meeting or a conversation with somebody. Do your best to talk to a human being. That's really the best thing to do. And I encourage people not to just make all of their decisions from information flowing to them from the internet. Like I said, it's becoming more of a scary world, really, on how information flows to all of us, right? Especially because, well, now I'm getting into a bigger topic, but especially because of the algorithms and things that you watch or you look at on your phone, and then you're fed that same information over and over, and you begin to believe that that's what's accurate when other people on their phones are getting fed other information because of things they've clicked on. Anyway, I'm ranting just a bit here and going down a rabbit hole. But I think all of that's a little bit scary. We should be concerned about it. I'll do more podcast episodes on that. But really the point of this, drilling down to 5,000 feet instead of 30,000 feet, is try to talk to somebody if you want to go to work for a company. Or if you're going to work for a particular boss. That's another good one, by the way. If you know you're going to work for a specific person, try to find somebody that reports to that person, or 2 or 3 people that reports up to that person, or that used to report to them, and see if you can get a conversation and ask what it was like. Then you'll get some real, true, valuable information. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day.